Morning traders, and this is your Dow Jones day trade setup for today. So yesterday we're still waiting for an entry. Got a little one late in the session, but didn't quite like what I was seeing and got out of it. And hindsight being the perfect sign, should have stayed in because it would have hit the measured move. But anyway, not much action on the trading side with just one little trade that happened yesterday. Still waiting for entries on most of the other instruments that we're trading. So let's just start off with what we have on the daily here on the Dow. So I've put in the levels. There's the first level and there's a second level. These are weekly levels. So you can see there's a weekly fractal, there's a weekly fractal. And I think the important thing to understand here is the next weekly fractal is some way away. It's pretty much there. Okay. And we might as well put the next one in as well. Okay, so these are all the previous weekly highs. And these are always magnets, and they're always areas where there's going to be something happening. Okay. And the last thing I want to show you on the weekly is you need to keep this in mind. Chose on the wrong thing here. Give me 1 sec. Let's get the equidistance, that one. Right. So if you look at what's going on the weekly, we have a channel. Okay. Now the interesting thing is, from a Fibonacci perspective, is this turning point here is 61.8% of the channel. Okay, so we're still in the channel, trend is still up. I think that's pretty much the bottom line. It could be something brewing here, but remember, I'm looking for confirmation before I even think about changing a direction. So with that in mind, let's just get down to the 3 hour. So we've had this week a 800-point move down, which is significant, but it is still within the daily and the weekly uptrend. Okay, we haven't really got a confirmation on the 3 hour or the 4 hour that the trend has definitely changed. In other words, I want to see a pullback, test a breakout, and then come down. Which brings me to this level here. So 27,636 would be an area that I would be looking at for a short entry. Okay. It basically tests a breakout and it will confirm the breakout as well as test the 200 EMA. And we'll look a little bit more in depth on the Ichimoku shortly. However, that being said, I have 2 weekly levels to the downside here, which buyers have stepped in off. You can see we've got a pin bar and we've got a confirmation bar. So V reversals are rare. In other words, it's very rare that you see it hit a level like this and then suddenly shoot up. So you would expect some sort of consolidation or a double bottom or something to form. But at the same time, you could potentially have a flag form which pushes it down further. Okay, so short-term trend right now is down. So I'm looking for shorts in the short term, but pretty much off 27,696. If I get a move back down at this area and I get a similar kind of pin bar or any kind of price action that's indicating buyers are scaling in, that is my entry for a long and to hold that long. But I would probably for the rest of December. Okay, so let's just get down to the hour. And I think the important thing to understand here is measured moves always play out, don't they? There's my measured move right onto that level. We shot past it. We haven't quite tagged this 27,326. Yesterday when I was looking on the phone, we pretty much were very close to level. Was in, where was I in? Probably around this area here. But on this pullback here, I kind of got out of it. Didn't like what I was seeing. And hindsight being perfect science, I'll show you now on the lower time frames, the measured move played out. But anyway, we do have a little trend break here. So there's the micro trend up, which is broken, and it's testing the alligator again. So for me, you should be looking for shorts again in the short term, but you've got to pay attention to these two levels. These are significant weekly levels here. Okay, 27,326 and 27,410. Okay, and I know some people are saying, well, you should have got the short down. Not according to my rules. Okay, my rules are quite simple. I don't take a short on this market. I very rarely take a short on the US markets, in actual fact. But if we do get a confirmation, I will take the short. At this stage, there's no confirmation. This is just panic news at the moment. Yeah, in my opinion, really, this is just the politicians driving the market down to create a better position for them or better entry for them to the long side. Economy is strong. The fundamentals of businesses are strong. This is just Twitter, basically, that's driving this right now. Twitter and Trump. Anyway, so at this stage, there's nothing really we can read into what's going on at the moment. We did have a big move down, and you would have expected some profit taking from the short, which is what's happened here. And I think we should expect another move to the downside. But be very careful, because I'm still of the opinion it's 160 points, so there'll be half decent trade to the downside, potentially. But I'd prefer it off 27,696. Okay. And then whatever structure forms off this level, which is actually what I'm expecting, I'm not really expecting us to move further below. And I don't think we have any gaps. I think the gap was closed. It was open. Don't see a gap at all. Okay. Okay, so back to this level here, 27,696. I'll definitely be looking at a short off that level. But if we do sort of roll over here and come and play down in this area here, trying to form some structure in 27,326, that would be an area for a long. Okay, so let's just get to the Ichimoku, because that's the one that's going to drive this right now. So yesterday you can see, when we did the video, we were kind of going sideways, and but as soon as we got this rejection off a cloud here, we had an opportunity to trade this to short side. I was not watching the market yesterday morning, pretty much only came in late afternoon, sort of half past 5, 6 o'clock's time. So, and that's when I had time to trade. So anyway, but that would be typical of a normal working person there. Right now, bearish, bullish, mixed signals on the 12 minutes, nothing really there. Half hour, bullish signal here, bearish. So I'd still wait. And in actual fact, with this deviation happening now, I'm almost convinced we're going to have some kind of a pullback. I think we did have a trend break here, didn't we? Yeah, so that pullback could be quite significant. Back down to test the lows here. The hour, we have bearish, but look how this is rounding. Okay, remember I often talk about this when you've got a flat Kijinsen and Tekinson starts rounding, you're expecting a cross. Okay, but now when you look at Ichimoku, the turn is not going to be sudden. Well, it could be, depending on what tweet comes out. But in the normal world, the turn is not sudden. Okay, the structure builds. All the oscillators start building, especially with Ichimoku. The cloud starts coming together. Kijis and T can start moving together. Chikus band starts moving towards price. Now, so it does take some time for the structure to build, which validates your entry. So you've got to be patient when you're trading higher time frames in something like Ichimoku. Okay, looking at the 4 hour, you can see exact same structure. Yes, we've got a bearish environment here, but there's not much here. Not much resistance in this area. Over here, there is a bit of resistance above us, but we've got Kijinsen flat, we've got Tekinson pointing down. So Kijinsen could roll over and come back down, but I would expect price to come back into this area and then move to the downside. The second thing that we have to take cognizance of is this double top. Okay, so there's the top of it, there's the bottom of it. Okay, target has not been hit yet. There is our target. If I look to the left, we do have some inside tails here, and we'll look at the higher time frames to see whether that lines up. I just want to switch to 6 hour here as well, because the 6 hour is part of my theory of threes anyway, and it often gives you some indication of what's happening. And you can see on the trend up, you can see it was pretty well structured off Key Jensen. Yeah, nothing really to read in there except bearish, bearish, bearish. But again, we've broken through the cloud. We haven't tested the cloud. Okay, same on the 4 hour. We've broken through the cloud. We have not tested the break of the cloud. So I will take this with a pinch of salt right now. We've got an outside chance of this level to the downside being tagged, but we'll see what that is now. Okay, that one is there. That's pretty much the next level. So this is the first level, 27,315, and then that's the next level, 27,152. And probably, if I go to the weekly, no, it's not quite the bottom of the trend line, but you can see weekly structure, which is why I'm kind of, rather looking at 27,315. And the weekly trend is up. There's nothing here that's saying that the weekly trend is down, even though we've got this big bar. I mean, we've had big bars in the past. You know what I mean? So, and there's very rarely more than 2 weeks of downtime. I think this was the only time we had 3 weeks of downward move. There's another 3 weeks. But realistically, if you look at what's happening in the past, we very rarely, there's another 3. Oh, there's one there. So that was 6 weeks of down. But anyway, so for me at the moment, trend is still very much the upside. Looking for levels that we can go and buy off. And this, a retest of 27,315 is definitely an area I'd pay attention. If we do get through that level, then expect this double top to play out. And that's going to be 27,152. Okay, so short term at the moment, we are looking for shorts, but obviously we want the shorts off a level. I don't want to just jump in. I want to see some kind of structure and then get in. Alternatively, I'm also looking to buy off these levels. And you can see there, we're just short of that level. So it wouldn't surprise me to see us come back, test this level, and then bounce up again. And if we come back to it the third time and that fails, then I would expect us to come down to 27,155. Okay, so that's kind of my view at the moment. And as usual, wait for the European Open. Don't try to jump into this now. You're just going to frustrate yourself. So wait for the European Open and wait for a level. If there's no level, there's no trade. Just as simple as that. And if you're going to jump in on a lower time frame like this, then get rid of the noise, adjust your levels accordingly. So you know you have your major level up the top. Let's put that one in so we just know what we're talking about. So there's our major level to the upside. Okay, so that's what we're expecting. But there is a chance that we may be wrong, and then it's going to just fold from here. So what you would be doing is watch your fractals. And I should be doing this on the Ichimoku, on the Bill Williams, because we want to see the fractal break on the alligator. Okay, so what we want to do here is there's our major level. We're trading 12 minutes at the moment. Pull that as long. Okay, so we know there's a big level above us, which there is an outside chance of us getting to. So what you want to be doing is saying, right, there's my bottom fractal, there's my top fractal. So if I get a 12-minute close below this fractal, that's going to trigger my short, and my stop is pretty much 50 points away up here. Okay, so that's kind of the way you can do it on the lower time frame, but then you need to be watching this. So if you don't have time to watch, then rather switch to a much higher time frame, sort of a 1, 3, or 4, and wait for structure. Okay, And for me right now, the structure is here, so I'm looking at a potential double bottom that's going to brew on a pretty much on a 1 hour, or even it'll also show up on the 4 hour as well. Okay, that's what I'm looking for. Okay, anyway guys, that's it for me today. Hope it helps, and I'll catch up with you later. Cheers for now.